Shot by Rouse is gloved by Young. Franceschetti had his stick up there trying to knock that puck loose. The Penguins take exception to that. Now Steve Leach is right in the middle of it. He's got the gloves off and is underway in the goal crease in a fight with Rod Buskus. And now Buskus starts to throw some left hands on Leach, working him in close. The linesmen are in to keep them apart. Leach started most of the early going, but Buskus finished it up.
And now Bork and Wickenheiser talking it over behind the net. Or is that Rouse? That's Rouse. That'd be a good go by Dykstra. Stephen Leach takes exception to that, shoves Dykstra, and in comes Buskus to grab Leach from behind. This is where everything gets going.
Buskus taking advantage of the situation there. Leach didn't have much of a chance to see Buskus come in from the side like that. Leach thought it would be Dykstra that he was going to go with.
Well, I guess we can count on at least a go a game with Stephen Leach.
Cicerelli tries to work it free. Throws it behind the net. Franceschetti hit on the play, and charging to the net is Cicerelli. The net becomes dislodged, and play is called, and now Cicerelli starts to push and shove in there. Now Jock Callender held up by Jeff Courtnall. Hunter in there again to try and dig it free. Zalapsky takes over, and Wendell Young decides to hang on, and now Callender and Courtnall start to fight. Wayne Bonney jumps in. He's the only linesman there. Now Scapanello arrives, and they pull them apart before any damage is done.
Here's how the whole thing begins. Now you see Courtnall is getting his stick held by Callender. Once the play goes in, you see Courtnall responding with a shot to the head. Callender comes back. Then the gloves come off, and you can see Courtnall really is not ready.
Pittsburgh penalties. Number 14, Jock Callender, a double minor for roughing.
Taken away back of the net. Kevin Stevens tries a wraparound, and it hits the skate of Langway, but Pete Peters makes the save. Now a wrestling match going on in front as Neil Sheehy has a pretty firm grip in there on one of the Penguins, and the linesman come in. It looks like it's Buskus once more.
I think maybe Coffey.
Is it Coffey? Yeah, it's number 77, and that is Paul Coffey of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who grabbed Sheehy, and they pull those two apart. We'll probably have more minor penalty calls coming here.
There you see how Coffey came steaming in there, and Sheehy never let him go. Stayed with him, and here's the wraparound by Kevin Stevens. Guy is 6 feet 3 inches tall. He's going to have a little reach. It's a pretty good angle, and there's the continuation of the battle. I like what Bob Hall is doing in this game. You know, it's been a physical game. There's been some contact, some sticks, but for the most part, when it's gotten serious, Hall's been there to crack down. Other than that, he's allowed both sides to play the game, and it's been an exciting contest so far.
And this will be Dykstra and Hunter. Here's how it happened.
Well, here's some of the earlier action. Hunter getting knocked down, and he gets back up, heads into the corner. You see, there's where he digs in before the whistle blows. Loney's upset with Cicerelli. Dykstra goes after Hunter. Both get roughing calls. A slashing call to Hunter, roughing to Dykstra. And then 13:39 penalty time.
Before Pavanka can get out of the zone, the Penguins steal, and Brown starts back. Over to Lemieux. Mario Lemieux to the point. Zalapsky a shot. That's blocked, and now Brown is lying on the ice and appears to be injured.
Boy, he could have gotten high stick by Scott Stevens. If that's the case, if it's an injury, 5 minutes and this game has turned. Regardless, it looks like, yeah, there's blood coming out of his mouth, which would probably signify to Bob Hall that there definitely was an injury. And Scott Stevens could be gone from this game. He just made that motion to go. He's on his way to the Capitals dressing room. You see the stick get up there underneath that face shield. And the Capitals, who are 7 minutes and 52 seconds away from closing this out, now have to take on the third-ranked power play in the National Hockey League.
Here's Lemieux with the puck, tries to center. It comes back to the point. Paul Coffey, his drive wide, and Lemieux pokes it right in front. Over now to Dan Quinn. Quinn back to the point for Zalapsky. To Lemieux, tries to center. Sheehy blocks it away. Sheehy knocked down to the ice, and the whistle blows. His play is called, and now Sheehy's not getting up.
think Neil was looking for a call that's not coming from Bob Hall. Now, he does have his helmet off. Maybe he does knock his head onto the ice. But you see, Stevens is pushed into him by Kevin Hatcher.
You got the shoulder of Stevens right in the head.
It'll be the defensive penalty killing duo, and there's you see the shoulder, as Mike mentioned, coming up to Neil Sheehy.
Now Quinn to Lemieux, trying to center, and Peters hangs on. And pushing and shoving in the aftermath as Quinn reached in there and tried to knock the puck out of Pete's glove.
And it looks like Lemieux is hurt. Quinn is called over for the trainer. Lemieux getting up rather slowly now.
14 seconds to go, and the Capitals again win the draw. Key face-off, and Rouse tries to clear it, comes right in front of the net. And now Lemieux and Hunter collide along the sideboards. The puck comes out of the zone, is sent back in. Time running out. The Capitals have beaten the Pittsburgh Penguins. Final score tonight, 5-4, as the Washington Capitals pick up 2 more points in their quest to claim their first ever Patrick Division crown, and now have 86 points. Still in first place in the Patrick Division, although the Rangers won tonight. They now move 5 points, or make it 7 points ahead of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who remain at 79 points, third in the Patrick Division. Washington's record, 38 wins, 26 losses, and 10 ties. And Pittsburgh, 36 wins, 32 losses, and 7 ties on the season. That concludes the regular season series between these two clubs. Washington wins 3 games, and Pittsburgh wins 4. But remember, the Penguins won the opening 4 games of the series, and the Capitals came roaring back to win the final 3, and that should leave them in very good stead for a possible playoff confrontation. Shots on goal in the third period. For Washington, only 3 for a total of 26 shots in the game. And Pittsburgh had 9 third-period shots, giving them 28 for the night. Capitals beat the Penguins 5-4. We'll have more from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh after these words.